Now we head over to the sheer, pure performance-orientated karting division. KZ2 Masters. KZ2 will be up next, but it is a sublime amount of performance plus aggressive nature. These 6-speed gearbox-driven karts are absolutely mighty. And what's more, it's one of the most difficult disciplines in karting to master, because you have a standing start, not a rolling start. But here is your starting grid for the KZ2 Masters pre-final. Wesley Duval comes into this round of the championship leading things, having done a fantastic job back at Kärpen just back in August. He's had 4 wins in a row, so he has really been the one that has put the warning shot across the barrel. He starts alongside chief championship rival. How's about this? The top 3 are the top 3 in the championship standings. Wesley Duval on pole. Glenn Vandenhoek, who's on 4.79, rounds out the front row. William van der Kai just 2 points behind second place, will line up on third on the grid. He'll be joined by Buzz Steen, 9th in the championship standings. And then we also have along with them Sebastian Horder from Germany, Edgar Oosting, Mark Verhoeven, William Klooster, Gert van den Brink, Martin Versteeg, Kevin Korn, René Kleven, and Niels Koster. Niels Koster was a non-starter in qualifying, so I would imagine that's going to be a continuing situation where Koster will not take to the start. 10 minutes plus an additional lap. The front row lines up on the grid. This is equivalent to the Formula One of karting, because once they get launched off the line, it will be cry havoc, let's slip the dogs of war. Green flag waves at the back. Drivers are told to look at the lights. Red lights are on. And we're underway. Good start from the outside from Glenn Vandenhoek. Got the jump on Wesley Duval as they headed through into turn number 1. Now it's the long run down, accelerating up to 6th gear. Hard on the brakes, turn it in, downshift. Through into 2. But what a lightning start from Glenn Vandenhoek. Mugged Wesley Duval on the start, who now is currently 2nd. William van der Kai in 3rd, now into turn 5 for the first time. Buzz Steen rounding out the top 4 through the left-right chicane into the stadium section. Now this is where poise and composure and also precision come into play through the triple right-hander. But Wesley Duval is right with Glenn Vandenhoek as they cross the line after the opening lap, 1/10 of a second apart. And Duval is going to try and possibly look for a move. He dives to the outside of Vandenhoek into turn number 2 to try and get the switchback attempt. However, Vandenhoek was wise to it. So all 12 drivers rounded out by Kevin Korn from Germany in the number 118. But it is going to be a fight at the front of the field. Glenn Vandenhoek coming under increasing pressure from not just William Duval, but also William van der Kai in 3rd place. They are literally nigh on line astern coming out of the triple right-hander into the final left. And now Duval's going to look for the move up the inside, possibly at turn 1. No, he thinks better of it. Van der Kai closes in through the through the right-hander. Now into the right-hander here at turn 2. Again, Duval shows his front bumper to the race leader. Sebastian Horder, in the meantime, has dropped down from 5th and is currently running P8 at the moment. Gert van den Brink now up past René Kleven for 10th. But in the meantime, Buzz Steen has got the wind underneath his side pods and he's closing it on the top 3. It was 75 thousandths after lap number 2 between Vandenhoek and Duval. However, it's going to be a little bit more than that. Steen has got a real good run coming out of the final corner on van der Kai for 3rd place. Van der Kai looks out of turn number 1 over his right shoulder. Steen is nigh on there. It's all about how you compose yourself into the braking zone, rotate the kart, accelerate, shift up the gears. It's driver and machine and tarmac all as one. So fastest lap of the moment set by Glenn Vandenhoek in clean air, no less. 44.582 seconds by the number 141, second in the championship standings. But Duval does not give up, never gives in, and now is going for the race lead. He's going to pull wheel to wheel alongside, and Duval retakes the top step of the grid at the moment, going through into turn number 2. That was perfectly timed by Wesley Duval, but the fight in the top 4 is not over yet. Van der Kaaij is the meat in the proverbial sandwich between Van den Hoek and Steen, and Duval put in the new fastest lap of the race, 44.090 on lap number 4. What a great one there from Wesley Duval. He wants to keep that win streak alive, and he's pulling a gap. Van den Hoek doesn't know how to answer it at the moment, but with 6¼ minutes plus 2 additional laps still remaining, anything is possible. Now Van den Hoek coming under pressure from Van der Kaaij. Van der Kaaij is going to wait for his opportunity, but he better not hang around because Bas Steen is waiting in the wings. And also a shout out to my learned colleague who was co-commentator last time out, Joop Breedveld, who's just at Spa this weekend, picked up a pole position and 2 podiums. And he's also running KZ2s at Supernats last year in Las Vegas. So Joop will be back in the commentary box later on this season, but congratulations to his efforts this weekend. So 3-second time penalty, unsportsmanlike driving. Gert van den Brink down in 9th place. Oh, well, there you go. Not exactly what Gert van den Brink will want at this moment in time, because that will drop the number 117 down to 10th place behind Martin Versteeg. However, the battle is quite relentless at the front end of the field, despite the fact that Wesley Duval is leading the way by about 0.6 of a second. William van der Kaaij is trying everything in the playbook to try and get through on Glenn van den Hoek for 2nd place. And that could be the difference between who is 2nd and who is 3rd going into the final race of this weekend later on today. But van der Kaaij might be only 1 point behind. If he gets in front, he goes 1 point ahead. So it's all about those little increments. And points do make prizes, folks. But Bas Steen has been waiting. He's ready like a coiled spring, is the number 136 in 4th place. Because if there is a moment between Van den Hoek and Van der Kaaij, then Steen will get through and possibly get past the pair of them. So sunshine back once again here at the circuit. More to the point, William Duval continues to stride away, and he's putting in qualifying style laps. He's just done a 43.384. But Glenn van den Hoek still being put under pressure, and Van der Kaaij just doesn't seem to be able to, at the moment, find a way past. But never say never. We've still got under 3.5 minutes to go. The battle for 2nd, 3rd and 4th really heating up. Bas Steen is still there. He is keeping pace. They've all been running in the 43.6s last time around. Behind them, oh, Van der Kaaij sideways under braking, nearly got through on Van den Hoek, but lost all that momentum. Has that meant that Bas Steen has got through? No, Bas Steen had to avoid that. Oh, very, very lucky. That was a bit of a clean-up on aisle 3 for William van der Kaaij at that point. But he managed to save it, so well held. It's from the old training in the DD2 Masters days from William. But that just goes to show how much you really, really need to take this category incredibly seriously, because one wrong move and these carts bite. So at the moment, Wesley Duval leads after 10 laps by 1.7 seconds. Glenn van den Hoek, 2nd. William van der Kaaij further 0.8 back in 3rd. 4th, Bas Steen, 0.3 behind the 104. Mod Verhoeven up 2 places now, running 5th. Ahead of Edgar Oosting, William Klooster, Sebastian Holder still running in 8th place. Gert van den Brink, Martin Versteeg, René Kleven and Kevin Korn. Unfortunately, of course, Gert van den Brink has now actually nearly bridged a 3-second gap between himself and Martin Versteeg to hold position. But things are petering out a little bit. The battles that we had in the first half of this race have slowly but surely started petering out. The sunshine is quite abrasive from up above, even in the early part of September. But you also got to realise that these drivers have got full race gear on. They've got a very, very hot engine to their immediate side. So Duval closes lap number 12 and consistently 43.1, 43.1, 43.0, 43.0. Wesley Duval is like a metronome at the minute. Consistently on pace and is on course to have another race win to his credit. And that's exactly what he wants. He wants to extend that championship lead by, it's going to be by, ahead of Glenn van den Hoek, that's going to be another 3 points added on to his tally in terms of the distance between the pair, which I think would be, let's have a quick look, shall we? I've got the championship standings up on my screen at the moment. That would be 555 plays 521. So that'll be over 30 points, 34 points actually. That'll be the race. That'll be the gap. The timer is fast counting down at this point. Once I've got all the... Well, I am waiting just for a couple more of the provisional results of how things are looking with regards to the ticket race for the Grand Finals in Sarno. I'll hopefully have those informations updated for you per race as we go into the finals. So, Wesley Duval brings us on to the penultimate lap of the race. Lap 14 in the books, 2 to go. And another 43.087 by the race leader. Glenn van den Hoek has got William van der Kaaij about half a second behind. Just seen a little battle come through into my line of sight just a moment ago, which I think was William Klooster and Sebastian Order battling over 7th and 8th, Verhoeven and Oosting. Okay, that was the other battle. And those, right, that quartet's just coming out of turn number 5 as we speak. But Wesley Duval very shortly will start the last lap. There he is going through the stadium section. 123, William Duval out of the final corner. Last lap underway. Second could be heating up. William van der Kaaij has got a second wind and was only 2 tenths behind Glenn van den Hoek. Steen about 1.2 seconds behind them, but our race leader now coming through into turn 4 for the final time. But Wesley Duval got mugged on the start by Glenn van den Hoek, but that did not faze him. It's going to be another win in a row for Wesley Duval out of the final corner. Duval takes the pre-final. That's 5 on the bounce for the 123. Glenn van den Hoek holds on to the second in the championship, but not by much. Finishes ahead of William van der Kaaij, Bas Steen. Mark Verhoeven rounds out the top 5. Edgar Oosting, William Klooster and Sebastian Roja round out the top 8. Gert van den Brink 9th. Martin Versteeg crosses line, takes 10th. Just waiting for a couple of other drivers to cross the line. But Wesley Duval, 5 in a row, continues to lead the championship and has the opportunity to make it another race win later on. René Kleven and Kevin Korn round out the 12 finishers after 16 laps. Niels Koster a non-starter, but Wesley Duval continues his winning ways in KZ2 Masters.